Alright, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Bradu. We're playing Terra Invictus. We just battled a roper and found a tiny mandolin. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's start out with Abbott did take a little bit of damage. There's no reason to just leave that sitting because we're in a dangerous area. Trust me. So, how about if he smokes the pipe of the rolling hills, or should Thane try to heal him outright? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end last session on Thane trying to heal him. 5. Nope, we're gonna luck token that. Last session's luck token, since I didn't use one. There we go. That'll heal him up. That's cheating, but whatever. Alright, so here's what happens. We are in a rocky, freezing, high mountains, which I didn't. It's not that I screwed that up, but I kind of overlooked that when we were fighting the roper, because I guess the disguised tree stump thing kind of threw me, and I picked a very foresty map. But we should be in a cold map. And amidst the cold, normally a combat icon on Terra Invictus is avoidable on a DC 9. On this one, I don't think it's avoidable. And so I am going to play this out. So we are traveling along. Here's my group. In this freezing mountain region. And high up on the mountains flies over this red dragon. And it comes down near us. Alright, this is going to be... I think the very first thing I have to do here is roll a reaction. I'm going to roll a reaction and find out how this thing is going to treat us, because I feel like it's pretty important. 6. Ooh, hostile. But with Nura has a +3. Nura has a +3, so that puts it up to neutral. So that's good. That gives us an opportunity to interact a little bit here. So I'm going to say that this dragon says, I've seen you around, and now you're here at my mountain. And you're lucky if I don't turn you all to melted steel. How do I do this? Let's see. Nura is actually going to step up and tell everyone else to back way up. And Nura is going to talk to this guy. And she's going to say, what is it you want? What is it you want from us? And I'm going to roll a prompt on this, but I have a pretty good idea anyway. So if the prompt doesn't kind of make any sense, I'm going to just play through what I was thinking. But let's look at a prompt and see if that gives me an idea. 8232. Ooh. This is not what I expected. Fall enemy. So what the dragon wants is for us to go after somebody. So who's his enemy? I'm not quite sure how to figure that out. Is it like another of the villains? I would be someone of great power, I'm sure. So let's let's go with that. The dragon wants us to go after his enemy. And I'll have to do some thinking on that to see. I don't think it's something that's gonna happen immediately. But also, dragons love treasure. And as a show of good faith, he is, and to, live, he is going to demand of us a treasure of value. And on that note, I think that, oh boy, we have quite a few valuable things that I'm thinking might be offered. I'm gonna do this actually. I'm gonna say that Nura is going to try to convince the dragon to take whatever, and each time I give the dragon treasure, it reduces the difficulty by one level. So it's gonna start out at a high difficulty, and I'm gonna say, what is it you want? What is it you value? And he says he values metal magic coin. She's gonna say, no, scratch what I just said. She's gonna offer him, I love this idea just conceptually, she's gonna offer him the pipe of the rolling hills. So you ever heard of Puff? The magic dragon? So she's gonna offer him the pipe of the rolling hills. Is that good enough? So the DC is gonna be 18. 20! Okay. He loves the pipe of the rolling hills. I was prepared to lose a lot of stuff because this is dangerous. But we will give the pipe of the rolling hills to the dragon. I better come up with a name. The pipe is awesome, but also as we gain levels, it's less useful with the, D4 3 times. So I'm going to say she tests it out and gets a little bit, more talkative and starts telling us how I said he, now I'm saying she. Does the book actually say? It. Meh. I'll stick with whatever keeps coming out of my mouth. So we'll say she. I don't know why. I'm picturing it as a girl all of a sudden. She starts talking to us and getting more talkative, and actually wants to bring us back to her cave. There's a little cave here, right? And show us something. And we're like, what? All right. Cool, I guess. And she shows us that she is an amazing sculptor. She's melted down different precious metals and crafted into stunningly beautiful statues. So we're going to kind of butter her up and make friends as much as we can. I think it's a good idea to have a dragon on your side. I do think that the 20 was really helpful towards deciding this is already a positive, and then, if the dragon's a little high and happy, that's an opportunity to show off. And she shows us her most amazing sculpture is this giant 20-foot tall statue of herself in all her glory inside her cave somewhere. Oh, so beautiful, huh? Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank God you're not quite that big. You're already pretty terrifying. So, okay, I'm going to call that good because nobody died. And we only lost one treasure. So, we do need to figure out and I don't know if I'm going to try and do it on the spot. Try and figure out who her enemy is. Do I need another prompt about that? I don't have an idea offhand. Our enemy is the drow. I don't think that's her enemy. I think it's... Let's do this. Let's do this. Is her enemy one of the other villains in this adventure? And I do think that's kind of likely, but I'm going to go 50-50. So on a high roll, it's a yes. 3. It's no. No, but... I better roll a prompt and see if that gives me any ideas. Darn, I actually was hoping that was a yes. I should have rolled at an advantage. All right, so let's see what kind of prompt we get for what else this could mean. 68-10. Shoot. I should have gone with what's a good idea. Darken. Risk. Befriend kindness. Darken. Risk. Something dark? Nothing coming to mind. So it's not necessarily... I don't know. No, but means... To me means... Maybe she's not divulging. Maybe it is. It still could be one of the other villains, but we're not going to learn who just yet. So we'll have to come back to this, I think. Maybe she'll keep an eye on us when the high wears off, and we're just going to keep moving. This is arduous terrain. Is there anything else beyond this? Oh, I didn't roll for the discovery, but I kind of feel like I did because I made that charisma check to get to the discovery, because the part about her doing sculptures is a discovery icon. But I find this one a little confusing because I didn't see any way that we could avoid the fire dragon just with a mediocre roll of avoiding a combat. So yeah, let's do that. Let's say I don't actually want to hide out here. So let's keep moving. We do need to do random encounters in this hex. That was pretty funny. I wasn't real sure how that was going to play out, but I had a few ideas. All right. Random encounter checks. We need what? Every 2 hours. So it's arduous terrain. That's our whole 12 hours, but we've already done one. So we need 5 more checks. Ooh, 1, 2. There it is. 2. A 20-foot. Ooh. A 20-foot crevasse delays the party by 12 hours unless they can cross it. So, dang. Here's what I think. Are we still pretty close to the dragon? I'm going to keep rolling. Encounters because I think there's a fair chance. So we've got 3 more. I actually kind of want an encounter now, but not. Of course, I don't get it. So that's okay. The good news is we don't get any encounters the rest of the day. The bad news is we're now halfway through the day. We need to rest anyway. So maybe this is our rest. I think what we're going to do, though, once we find this crevasse, I think we're going to go back to the dragon and ask her to help us cross it. And I think it's likely that she will, but I probably should roll for that. So we'll have Nura make the check, and because we're now kind of befriended, I'm going to go normal check. So on a 12 or higher, we can get the dragon, how rad is this, to fly us across. No! She said we're not that friendly. Can I bribe her to... I guess it just says it delays us. So She didn't like that. Darn it. Twice now I've let the dice make decisions that I should have made. And I don't like the results. Because that was rule of cool. She should have flown us across. But now that I rolled it, I can't just do it. So we're going to go around. We lose 12 hours, which means we have to rest. So let's camp. And now we got to spend another time here doing checks. So let's camp. A reasonable camp. So we've got to spend 12 hours resting, right? So that's another 6 checks. Oh, Lord. 1, 2. Got 4 more. I'm going to get all the checks out in this whole thing before long. Oh, this would be while we rest? Yeah, I guess it could be. Because we're moving around too. We're cooking and gathering wood or some shit. Frozen mammoth corpse lying in a snowbank with chunks missing. Ugh. Was it was the dragon eating the mammoth? I think that's probably the most likely with the big predator here. Was it the dragon? 50-50. Yes. That's okay. Frozen mammoth. I think we're just going to leave that alone. We've got 4 more random checks here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now I got ouched. Okay. So we finally get out of this hex. That's good, I guess. And we need to go 3318, which we haven't been to, so we need to navigate. And we make it, no problem. What did I say? 3318. So we're going north a little bit. 3318. It says dark. Oh, so we rested, right? We're all rested up. Healed back up. Survived an encounter with a dragon. Only lost 1 magic item. Dark. Overcast sky. Heavy driving rain. High winds from the north. Fungal valley. Another arduous terrain. We must have got into a dangerous area. Just beyond Camadoon is kind of dangerous now, apparently. And on that note, we want to cut back into Camadoon from here. The slopes in this area have been enriched by heavy rains rolling down the mountainsides, covered in thick fungi and lichen. This has made numerous paths impossible, and it's easy to slide down and injure yourself. I think we've got to worry about this. So let's do a random encounter check. 6 is no. Okay, good. We do have a thing, though. Let me look here. It is... Woo! It is a... Alright. The ground has eroded to create trap-like conditions. As we're traveling through the fungus. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, does everybody have to do this? I'm going to say what happens is somebody randomly in our group, and it could be, because of the way this is, it could be any of them. So I'm going to say any of the 6 has this happen. 5 is Heeg. Oh no. Well, oh no. Maybe it's not horrible. Ground has eroded. Dex 15 to avoid. Nat 1. So, victims fall through into fast-flowing underground river. So Nat 1 means just like he just goes down and is gone. He's taken away almost immediately. Fast flowing underground river. Ooh. Whew. So what happens here? We are going to try. Do we try to get down in, or can we follow where? Can we follow from the surface where this goes? Or do we all just jump down after trying to save Heat? This is gonna. This. Let me think on how I want to do this. Okay, so we're traveling to. I couldn't find a map with mushroomy stuff, but this is swampy and, lily pads close enough. It's pretty fungally. Apparently, I need a fungal map. So we're traveling through this kind of mushy area, and all of a sudden he just, help! And he goes flying down, and there's underwater or underground, this, swift current takes him away. I think maybe Nura goes in after him, being a ranger, she doesn't have the heavy armor, so her chances of swimming might be a little better. All right, so Nura's gonna jump down after him and see if she can do anything. Can she do anything to help? I don't know if she can. Not really. Not really. I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going to happen. So Nura jumps down. She's going to go flying too. And the dwarves just start running to try and keep up. Can they even see where they are? I mean, I think there's like a hole. Does anybody else get sucked in? Do they need to make checks too? How does it say? The ground has eroded. Victims can fall through the fungus. I did one. I mean, I don't know that I guess what I would do is, does anyone else fall through? Or does anyone else have to see if they fall through? High roll is yes. High roll is yes. Okay, who's it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Abbott, Orgo, Thane. Thane, probably not my best swimmer. And also not my best dex. It's a dex 15 to avoid going under. His dex is decent, but his AC isn't great for swimming. Ooh, he makes it! Oh, he makes it. So Thane, with his one arm, he has to, so he's got his boomerang sap. He throws the boomerang sap in the air, catches himself with one arm. Orgo helps him, pulls him back up, and then the boomerang sap comes back and he catches it just in time because he had to boomerang it to instead of dropping it. All right, so Thane makes it. They run down. These guys are getting swept by the water. I think the question is, what happens to them? There's another area coming up with interest. So I think, do they end up, does it lead to there? I think it's likely, so I'm just going to go 50-50 yes. I didn't say whether I was saying yes would be high, though. So that would be no, but. Okay, no, but the dwarves run into that on their way to try to keep up. So here the dwarves are running through the muck, trying not to die, trying to keep up with where Nura and Hig are going, and all of a sudden they have 2d4. Five mushroom folk show up and attack them. What is a mushroom folk? I mean, I know what a mushroom folk is, but let's get them up on the. Oh boy, could be bad. Ooh. They're not wimpy. This actually could be bad. And they get surprise, which means in my game, 1 attack. Who are they going to attack? It's going to be random. 1, 2 is Abbott. So Abbott will be the one to take a surprise attack. How do they attack? Slam. Slam! +2. So it'll be at advantage, though, because it's surprise. 20 hits. For 1d6, doubled, because it's surprise. 7. Wait, doubled? Oh, yeah, because of the crit. 7. So Abbott takes 7 damage. And the mushroom folk also gain advantage, or gain initiative, even though they got surprise. So there's 5 of them. Let's go like this. Man, oh man. So these 2 are gone. We don't know what's happening to them. These guys are going to attack us. Do they attack this little guy? It pretty much just says they attack, which is kind of weird because they don't seem like the type that normally would be predatory, but it's pretty clear that they are. So these are some mean mushroom folk. Do they attack evenly? And do they attack... Yeah. Do they attack... That guy's actually back there. He might not even be trying to keep up. I'm not sure. So they're going to attack at least 1 on Orgo and 1 on Thane. So let's do this. Purple will be Orgo. Black is Thane. No. I probably should have just given them all surprise. And then there's 2 more. And I'm going to have them really gang up. Those 2 are going to gang up on somebody. It's going to be Thane. So from the back, Thane is getting attacked all over the place. 5 and 9. Lot of misses there, though. Okay. So now we're kind of stuck, though. We can't chase them. So let's resolve this. I think we can do this, though. Mushroom Folk. 13 AC. Thane yells out, "Work together! I'm under attack back here." So on that note, I think maybe Orgo will turn and try to attack one that's on Thane. Let's go that route. And just go for the attack straight away. Great Axe. Silver Great Axe. 16 is going to hit for D8 plus 3. It's going to be... Oh, nice. 11 damage. Does that kill? Close. It's close. So, Thane... Does he have something special to do? It doesn't... Oh. He could. Nah. He's just going to try and attack. So he's going to use his Boomerang Sap, but at melee for a slightly better chance to hit, and he's going to try to attack the same one. 18, nice roll. See how that went? And that's going to kill it because it was only... Oh, no, not necessarily. Darn it, I read the thing wrong. Shoot. 3, 4, that is going to kill it, but any less damage would have not done it. So 1 down. Abbott will then... They're a little bit... yeah, Abbott will go back after this big one, too. Can't rage right now. 17 does hit, though, for D10 damage, I think, for Abbott. D10 for 4. Abbott's got that weird... He's got no bonus damage, despite his huge strength. Okay. Now we are on to... Well, I'm going to leave these guys alone for a second and resolve this, I think. No. They get a chance to do whatever, to do something. Can it's a DC 15 Dex to avoid that fall. So I'm gonna say it's also a DC 15 Dex to grab on to some sort of vine or something. Heeg, grab on. 9. Heeg does not. He continues going. Does Nura try if she's trying to stay with Heeg? I think she's gonna stay with Heeg and not protect. She is gonna try to grab him. She'll try to grab him. 6, she doesn't do that. So they're just still going. Now the mushrooms are gonna attack. So we have 2 on Thane. Probably be working together. 1 hits. Thane's a 17. No, he's hard to hit. So only 1 hits, and it's D6 damage. See that little hop? 1 damage for Thane. We'll take that. I think these guys are smart, and I think we're gonna gang up because they're attacking Thane. They're all gonna attack Thane. 2 more on Thane. Nope. So I don't really have a special attack to do more than we just got to whittle these down. So Abbott, turn and attack. Misses. Orgo will try to attack the same one. Hit. Crit hit. So that's a D8 critted. 2 D8s. 7 and a 1. 8 plus 3 is 11. Nice. So we're in the same situation. Orgo is going to try that boomerang sap again. A hit would, for 4, would get another kill. Yes! All right. Nice job. That's 2 of them. 2 down. 2 of the big, pretty, colorful ones. And they're not doing so hot, even in their ganging up. They're going to continue to gang up. There's still 3 out of the 5 attacking Orgo. 10 and 10 miss, and 17 hits. 4. Whoa, 5 damage. Oh, one got away from me. Thane takes 6 total now. I might have said Orgo. I feel like I just said Orgo. Nura and Heeg are just... I'm not sure where they're going to end up yet. Abbott will attack. Let's go, Abbott. 12. That should be a hit for D10. I got all these dice up here. 9 damage. Nice. Alright, Orgo, go after the same one. Orgo's going to move over. Go after the same one. 12 is going to hit. 4 plus 3 is 7. That's a kill. Nice. We took out all the big ones first. I don't know why. And on that note, Thane maybe wants to do something different. Nah. Just going to keep attacking. So he'll attack 1, too. Nat 1. About time for a miss. So Thane's boomerang sap slips out of his hands. But it boomerangs right back to him. Lucky, lucky. Alright, 2 attacks on Thane. Did they... Well, they've been attacking Thane. 2 attacks on Thane. They're still going on Thane. Miss, miss. 2 unwounded. Oh, now they should make a morale check now. And they're going to give up and run away. They're just going to run. They're going to go back into the mushroomy stuff. Yeah, rather than attack. And we're going to let them go because we're not concerned with them right now. We do need to, I think, so we lost a step now. But we got to try and catch up to these guys. I don't know what's going to happen to them yet. So I guess let's do this. Let's roll on a prompt and see if that gives me any ideas. Because I don't have a great idea other than, like, they something damages them. 2347. Let's see if that gives me a fun idea. Probably not. Overcome thought. Oh. That does give me an idea. Overcome thought. So I think what that means is we've got all these mushroom folk and they speak telepathically. So they're sending some message telepathically to somebody. Would they be sending messages to Nura and Heeg? We already know they're predatory because they came after us. Would they be sending messages to... Yeah, they'd be sending messages to us. But what do I do here? Roll another prompt? I don't really want to roll more prompts. I think, do we fall into some sort of trap with the mushroom folk? And I feel like that's quite possible. So on a high roll, yes, they end up falling into some sort of trap with the mushroom folk. Twist! Great. What's the twist? I might have to... Is there a rule for what do we do with twists on the Oracle? I feel like there is. Prompts. Twist. What is the twist? Something unexpected happens, roll a prompt. Okay. Well, we'll roll a prompt again. Got the wrong die there. What is the twist this time? 4198. Oh, we're going this way. Uncover danger. Okay, so the twist is they end up at the end of this rushing thing. They end up at a community of angry mushroom folk. And on that note, I think what we need to do is have these guys... I'm going to do something real quick because they are here. Is there I'm going to do my treasure check for the mushroom folk. Is there a treasure with the mushroom folk? Yes. Great. Great. 91. Ooh. Could be something good. Ooh. I don't have this, so I'm gonna go with this. Just because it's the first time I've rolled this. If it was a reroll, I've been working on. I've mentioned this a couple times. I've been working on a chart like a 90 and above. Mostly is magic, some sort of magic item. But this is a magic item that I've not yet rolled, so I'm gonna just go with it. Potion of invisibility. I like that. How would they have it? I'm not really sure. It doesn't always have to make sense. But somehow we're able to grab a potion of invisibility, which Abbott kind of already has. So I think I'm going to, because I feel like I need to wrap my head around this. I really wanted to get to Camadoon tonight. It's getting too late to do that. So I'm not going to do that this session. And now we've got something going on. So Nura and Heeg end up splashing at the end of this thing with some sort of mushroom folk community, and we know they're dangerous because they already attacked this group. These are not like the nice let's chit chat mushroom folk. And Abbott and Thane and Orgo are going to be trying to find these two. Never split the party, and I did. I had a thought at the time, but I just felt like I couldn't do it, and that's just maybe he just dies. Just let him go. That would have been smarter, but there's no way my crew would just watch him go. So I had to have somebody go after him. So they end up at the end of the line with the mushroom folks surrounding them. I don't know how many. Enough that it's certainly a threat to us, at the very least. So, alright, let's end there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Bradu. Abbott's still in real bad shape and real thirsty. And, yeah, we could be in some not great, in a not great position here. Thank you for watching.